Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, the Bumula MP, Honorable Gachagwa promised to impeach Mithika Linturi, CS for Agriculture, simply because he supplied counterfeit fertilizer to Kenyans and other many failures that is happening under his ministry. It looked like a joke, but the Honorable Member is making it serious after he submitted a motion in the National Assembly to impeach the CS Mithika Linturi. If this impeachment will go through, then Mithika Linturi will be the first CS to face impeachment anonymously. But he should also ask himself one question: if he's going to succeed, who is behind the impeachment beside the Bumula MP? Is all well with him in Ruto's cabinet? I'm saying so because there are claims from some quarters that his boss is even behind the impeachment. He's lobbying behind the scene for the impeachment. And as we're speaking now, Honorable Gachagwa is claiming that he has had 110 signatures from members of parliament supporting the impeachment motion. There are two reasons for this impeachment. Number one, the release of counterfeit fertilizer to the public under the watch of CS. Number two, sugar scandal that we were subjected to, whereby unfit imported sugar was distributed to the consumers. We found it on the shelves and we consumed it unknowingly. Those are grounds in which Mithika Linturi is being impeached. Listen to.
And we are waiting for the approval from the Speaker's office so that it can go to House Business Committee for us to debate it soonest. We are looking at the latest Tuesday, Wednesday next week. We should be done with one Mithika Linturi. We are also asking the President, William Ruto. Agriculture is the backbone of the economy of this country. You are putting so much effort in the agriculture sector. Please don't allow one rogue minister to disrupt that which you are doing for this nation. Bwana Rais, tunakusaidia wewe. And members who have signed are from across political divides. The KK members have signed. Some members from Mary have signed. As new members have signed. So this is a moral question to the citizens of the Republic of Kenya. We are asking the Speaker to approve this motion so that we can have, by quickest way possible, eradicate the shame that is now painting the good face of Kenya with that. And I'll be asking my honorable colleagues to kindly support this motion. As Parliament, we must oversight the executive. There is no witch hunting. There is nobody is against the president on this. We just want to do our work. We want to ensure that these mamas who've been sold fake fertilizers. I was in my area in Mabosi village. I was brought a bucket of bad fertilizer. What do you do with such people? In Kitale, people have gone to buy fertilizer from government agency, National Cereals and Produce Board, where you think you must trust as government. How are you going to deal with such people? How do they regain the trust in this government, in this president, in the Kenya Kwanza government? It is only by removing Mithika Franklin Linturi. And he must go by all means necessary. Sisi tunashirikiana na wenzetu bunge kuhakikisha kwamba tunasaidia Wakenya tupate haki.
Mithika Linturi alileta motion ya kuimpeach Mheshimiwa Waiguru, akachukua signature za Wakenya za wabunge, lakini ilipofika akaweka kwa order paper, ilipofika siku ya kuweka motion, Mithika Linturi akaenda Naivasha kukula happy na kupewa pesa. Hiyo inaharibu heshima ya bunge. Mimi wanami wa Mboka tunamaliza na Mithika Linturi kwa bunge. Asishughulike kutuma watu wanatuma kwangu. Mimi sio mtu wa kununuliwa. Sisi tukutane kwa floor.
Tunataka kumuomba Linturi Mithika ajibandue kabla tujambandua, kwa sababu iwapo uchunguzi wa kina itafanyika, haiwezi fanyika kama yeye yako pale, na iwapo hana lolote la kufisha, basi ni apeane njia, uchunguzi ifanywe. Iwapo wale watamchunguza watapata kwamba hana hatia, atarudi. Tayari maneno ya sukari tumesahau, sasa ni ya fertilizer wanataka tusahau. Kamwe hatutasahau. Na from the word go, I thought Linturi was not even fit to hold that office.
Now, the process of impeachment, Article 152(6) of the Constitution, any legislator who is backed by at least a quarter of all members of parliament may propose a motion of impeachment. And after proposing, he will submit the motion to the clerk, who will then deliver that one to the National Assembly Speaker with a list of supporting members of parliament to that motion. So I will do it formally. That's the process. Then after that, the MP who is now pushing for the motion must move the motion within 14 days of the notice. So this is the process that Omboka will go through. Then if the motion gains support from the members from at least a third of the National Assembly members, then a committee is going to be formed, and this committee will comprise of 11 members who are going to do the investigation on the allegation within 10 days. So Mithika Linturi should be prepared for this. Then subsequently, after submitting the report, investigation is afanywa, the CS will be summoned. So he will appear before the National Assembly to answer to these questions. There will be evidence, if there is any, and after that, if members of parliament will find a fault and support the impeachment, then the speaker will deliver the resolution to the president. So the president has no any other option but to fire that person. That is the entire process. Now, as we conclude this discussion, just a quick request for those who are watching and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Now, there is serious issues here. And of course, if Mithika Linturi was a good leader who did not involve himself in the fertilizer scandal, I think, in my view, he should have resigned. But we saw him vehemently defending the crooks who are selling soil, painted soil in form of fertilizer to farmers. And he rubbished a whole journalist who did the Lord's job of investigating this issue. So instead of trying to find out from the people who did the investigation, he rubbished. But he defended the crooks. So he has a case to answer. The issue of counterfeit sugar that found itself on our shelves is not an easy thing, but it happened. So Mithika Linturi has displayed total incompetence. He's not worth to serve us in any way. He is committing an economic crime because we are touched as farmers. That means we cannot harvest. If we will do this, then we will do it maybe out of season, the planting season. So what do we expect? There will be food crisis. So with this one, we are exposed to hunger. Such as CS must have resigned. Even Ruto should have just fired him. But then, politics here now. Ruto might be willing to fire Mithika Linturi, but he knows what it means when he does so. The politics around that are the main factor. So, he might be doing it carefully, and I think he might be, if he is really behind this, he might be so happy with the move by Wamboka, in as much Wamboka does not agree with him. He might be lobbying behind the scene. Why? Because how comes Azimio can get more than 110 members of parliament signing and supporting this motion? How comes UDA members of parliament are signing to this? Huyu Ruto mwenye tunajua ambaye huwa anashurutisha hadi wabunge kupiga kura to support a motion that is against the people. Punitive, motions to pass punitive policies. If he has been able to manage all that, how comes now UDA is supporting this? There is a possibility amekubali kwa unyamavu ifanyike ama anasukuma chini ya maji to impeach Mithika Linturi. So Mithika Linturi should know that Ruto, maybe if this goes through, he does not want him. There is that possibility. And this is a shortcut to chase Mithika Linturi from the cabinet. I don't know your views, but let us meet in the comment section to continue this discussion. Thank you so much and see you in our next video.